Hello, good evening. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Quill and Note, Stampin' with Laura, for our Which One Wins Wednesday. Each week on Tuesday, I give you an option of 2 different ideas and either stamp sets or color schemes or using a specific tool. And you guys vote, and whichever one you vote for is the one that I create with. So yes, welcome. Tonight I am working on, I put out 2 different sets last night. One was called Beautiful World. So it's this one right here. And the other one I put out was this one. So this one is called Snailed It. This is the one that won. So we're going to be creating with Snailed It. I am just, I'll be honest with you, I'm not very prepared tonight. So, hi Tracy, hi Mom. It's nice to see it's people that, you know, care about me that are on, because I am not very well prepared this evening. It is open house week in my world, and as a result, I just minutes ago got off of an open house, and I'm going to try to straighten out my screen here. Okay, so let's get started. I realize now that I have not shown you guys how to adhere your cling stamps, the sticky part to your cling stamps. So I'm going to start with that tonight. So I've done all of the stamps in this stamp set with the exception of one. And I'm going to show you, I've done it a number of different ways, and there's no right or wrong way. There is a instruction guide in here, but I'm going to show you the way that I've been doing it recently that I really enjoy. And I cannot remember. It was another demonstrator that showed me how to do it in a video, but I can't remember who that was. So I would love to give her credit, but I'm not going to be able to do that this evening. Anyways, I did not invent this, but this is the way that I do it. So we have 2 different types of stamps. We have photopolymer stamps, which are the clear ones that you can see through. And then we also have cling stamps. So this set is a cling stamp set. And that means it's like the old rubber ones. So they've got that nice padding. They're great for really beautiful, intricate stamps. So start by peeling these out of here. This is how I now do it. We get a sheet with the stickers that get adhered to all of the stamps. So the way this works, or the way I like to do this, is I am going to be using one of the plates from my Stamparatus. Now, if you don't have a Stamparatus, that's okay. You can also use a stamp block. Just if you have, you know, much larger ones, you might want to use that. So I can use my stamp block, so I can show you how to use that. But either way, you just need something, one of your clear things. Okay, so I pulled this off, and I'm just going to adhere it to my stamp block or to my Stamparatus plate, and then I'm going to remove half of it, and they're always perforated in the middle, so you can always remove half at a time. So now we have this part is sticky. We don't want to touch that part. Then we take our stamp, and there is a protective film on it right here. So we're going to peel that back. And now we've just got this, the foamy part. Okay. So your cling stamp is going to be face down. You just want to make sure it's the right way up so that it's going to match. And then I like to come in above so I can line up. I'm coming down and I can see exactly where I'm going, and then I can place that on. Okay, so sorry if my head was in the way there. I wanted to make sure that I did that properly. So once it's adhered, the part that is already stuck down, so the side that is clear, not the white side, I'm going to come in there and I'm going to peel off my stamp, and then I can just fold this back and remove the second side. The reason I only do half at a time is just in case I stick it down. There is a possibility for me to remove it. It's not great. It's not great. Once you stick this, you've kind of got it in its spot. But sometimes, like on the teeny tiny heart on here last night, I stuck it down just before I wanted to, and I was able to quickly peel it off, but it does sort of warp the padding. So you have to be careful. Anyways, that is how you adhere a cling stamp, or how I do. But as I said, there's lots of different ways to do it. And then you don't need these anymore, and they can go into the garbage. Okay. I just don't want my dog to pull down my whole computer situation. She just moved and... all right, let's get started. As I said at the beginning, I am not very well prepared tonight, and that is my fault. I should have been a little bit better prepared, but I am not, and that's okay. You guys get to see me sort of create on the fly. So what we're going to be using tonight are note cards. So you can buy these packages of note cards from Stampin' Up. They are a little bit smaller than a regular size card. So this is our half sheet of 8.5 by 11 that we've cut in half and then scored to make. So that's a regular size card. These guys are a wee bit smaller. So, but the nice thing about these is that they come pre-scored for you, ready to go with envelopes. And so you can purchase this right with Stampin' Up, and then you don't have to create or fold, or, well, you have to fold, but you don't have to cut them down, and there's a perfect size envelope, and they are a really nice size card. So that's what we're going to be using this evening, and then we've got a couple of envelopes to go with. So I'm going to show you a couple of things with this set. This set comes with a set of dies to go with. So there's one that cuts out this one and this one and this one, and the little speech bubble. So the dies are nice if you have a die cutting machine, and these ones are all small enough that they do fit into the mini die cutting machine, which is great. Okay, so that's our set of that. And it also comes with this amazing little cute envelope, which we'll be using as well. There's some other things in the set that it comes with. Also comes with some paper. So the colors that they have in the designer series paper that goes with this are Basic Gray, Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Daffodil Delight, Real Red, and Whisper White, which has been replaced with Basic White. So they're really cute. It's really cute designer series paper. So on the front, you've got, you know, the snails, and then on the back, you have some fun designs. And these are cute little lines. And of course, we have our toadstools and hearts. And like we have a mail carrier that's delivering letters, and this great background. All these ones that say hello and bonjour. And this is really pretty, and these are all little stamps. So this is all about kind of getting snail mail, which is been a way that people have really been able to stay in contact this year. So it's great. Post office is doing well. Okay, let's get started. If you watch my videos, you know that there is paper pumpkin is one of my favorite things. And this month's paper pumpkin has a free gift. So in March, it's the anniversary. And so they always give an extra gift. So you're going to get your regular Stampin' Spot. the little ink pad. You're going to get a stamp set and all of the stuff to make a bunch of cards. But this month you're going to get a free gift. You're going to get 4 masks and a sponge. So I'll show you what a mask looks like. Now these ones are larger than the ones that we'll be getting. I think the other ones are kind of smaller squares, but this is a mask that is in our catalog, and I'm going to show you one of the ways to use it. So, okay, we've got a card base, and I just need, we've got one of these. So this is one of my blending brushes, and I'm going to grab some ink. So I'm using So Saffron. I'm not using any designer series paper with this one. I'm going to make our own background, and we're going to use our mask to do that. So I'm just going to lay this down on here, close this, and I'm going to grab a little bit of our Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to put little bit down to help hold our card in place because we don't want it moving around. And then I'm going to use some washi tape, and washi tape is just paper tape. The nice thing about washi tape is that it sticks, but it doesn't ruin your project. So this is just some old washi tape that I have. I'm just going to put some down to hold our mask in place. And I'm really excited about Paper Pumpkin for this month coming up because the free gift is always fun, and I really do like masks, and I haven't used them on my video with you guys yet, so I thought this is a great opportunity to show you guys how it all works. So I'm just adhering this down, and then I'm gonna get my So Saffron, which is a really nice yellow. I think this is my favorite yellow. And these are the blending brushes. They are currently in the mini January to June catalog, and yeah, you get 3 in a package for I think $16.25, and they're great. So I'm going to come across and I'm just to get into all of these little circles. So this is a 4-pack of masks, and you get some really great options in there. There's some trees and then some little bit more intricate designs. I thought the polka dots might be nice with this. And so as you can see, I've kind of got a darker color going on the right side, and then a little bit lighter as we've come across here. Okay, so I'm just going to lift this up and see what we've got. The nice thing about doing this is it's always different, so you would never have the exact same card. So there we go. That's pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to peel this off, set it to the side, and forgot I adhered that down. So I'm just going to rub off that Stampin' Seal. There we go. Comes off pretty easily. And now we've made a pretty background. Okay. I love these brushes. If you do not have them yet, I highly suggest you get them, because as long as you have some ink, you have lots of options with that. Okay, so now we have a background, and this card we're going to be using 3 different colors. We're going to be using the So Saffron, Pretty Peacock, and Old Olive. So Old Olive is a, I think it was one of the first colors with Stampin' Up, and it's kind of held the test of time. It's always been around. So Saffron it's my favorite yellow. It's very pretty. And then Pretty Peacock is one of our in colors, and it's one of the in colors that is going to be retiring very soon. Very soon as in 2 months, less than 2 months now. And so if you love Pretty Peacock like I do, this is definitely the time to get it and stock up on anything Pretty Peacock, because it will be gone, and it will be gone quickly. Okay, so we've got our background here, and I've got some Pretty Peacock paper, and I'm going to cut this down. And so what size did I say this was? I think it's 5 inches on the long side by 3 1/2. So we want this to be, I'm not cutting that, we're cutting this one. We want this to be a little bit smaller, so we're going to go with 3 1/4. I'm just going to cut off this strip on here, and I will use this someplace else. And then we're going to so I want this like this, and then just a couple of inches wide. I think 2, maybe 2 1/4. 2 1/4 inches wide. Like I said, making it up as I go along this evening. You guys are getting to see the improvising Laura. Okay. So we got this pretty background, and we're going to be using this on here. And next we're going to be doing some coloring tonight, because these guys are just asking to be colored. So if you have pencil crayons, watercolor pencil crayons, or the blends, that's what I'm going to be using tonight, is the Stampin' Blends. And our Stampin' Blends come, you buy them by the color, and you get a light and a dark, and that helps you just be able to play around with the coloring. Okay, so don't need this one that we just mounted. We're going to get this big guy out here. And that's all we need at the moment. So I need a piece of scrap paper. So we've got this piece which has some coloring on it. So maybe I will grab a new one. This my thick or my thin? Got both here, so I'm just gonna grab some white paper here. Although, you know what? I probably have some scraps. I always have scraps. So I'll grab my binder. If you watch my organizing videos, you'll see my binders like this. And I'm going to come in and find some paper. Here we go. Get a couple of pieces of scrap out. And we're going to start by stamping our cute little snail here. So we've got our Memento black ink. And just going to ink up our snail really well. So I like to make sure I tap at the end so that there's no smear marks on any of the little guy here. So I'm just going to come in and stamp that. Now, I'm just going to give that a second to dry. It doesn't take very long to dry, but I don't want to tempt fate today. Okay, I'll give this guy a clean on my chamois. And I'll put him back. So you can color your snails any color you want. And I am going in with my, like I said, with these guys. I like this color combination quite a bit. And so I'm going to start with my dark Old Olive. So one is dark and one is light. And I'm just going to, wow, that was on nice and tight. I'm just going to come in here and add in a little bit of darkness right along there, and there we go. And I think while I have this out, I think I'm going to do this part of the shell too. Not really sure what color snails are supposed to be, mostly grays I think, but we're going to make our guy a little bit more colorful. Hi Lori. You haven't missed much. I just showed at the beginning of the video, I just showed how to mount your cling stamps the way that I have started doing it. I just changed the way I do it actually. So if you want to watch it at the end, you can watch the recording. And yeah, you haven't missed much. As I said, I'm a little bit behind today, and so I'm making this all up as I go. Oftentimes I have a pretty good idea of what it is that I want to do. Not today, not today. So I'm just going to come around and put a little bit of this dark color in there. Now I'm going to grab my my light Old Olive, and I'm going to use the brush tip, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to blend these two colors together. So just coming up a little ways there, and then right to the tip of his tail, maybe not quite to the end. And then I'm also going to color in. And I like to do, when I use my blends, they do bleed through your paper. I'll just show you, because they're an alcohol base, they do bleed through a little bit. That's why I like to do them on a separate piece. I'm picking up some of that darker color, and it's just helping blend through. That's why they're called blends. They color much, like if you ever color with regular markers, you'll notice a big difference when you color with these. They are much smoother coloring experience, I guess is the only way for me to say that. Okay, now I've got my So Saffron, and I'm going to grab my darkest one to start and come in and do up to the eyes, and then I'm going to blend through. And then I'm going to grab my lighter yellow. I haven't really tried this out, so I'm going to, this is my first attempt at this, so I'm hoping that it ends up looking nice. So I'm going to come in with my lighter, and I'm going to saturate this a little bit more. Until I get the desired look. So I don't know if you can see that changing, but you can't see the same lines. It starts to blend together quite nicely. And this is one of the nice things about using the blends. So there we go. Now I am going to grab our pretty peacock. I'm going to start with the dark, and oh, thanks, Lori. Yeah, I do love these blends. They make projects a lot of fun if you like to color. If you're not really a coloring kind of guy or gal, then, you know, but I do like to color. I find it pretty relaxing. And this is the lighter one, and I'm just going to come in and blend that together. He's got a few little gifts on the top of his shell. And these go, they don't bleed outside the line. Like if you take it outside the line, it's because you took it outside the line. It's not going to bleed outside the line. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to get my machine out. Just going to tuck these to the side. And, ooh, I need a little piece of this. So I need my cutter. Okay, so one of the dies in this set is this one, which doesn't really look like anything, but it makes the cutest envelope ever. Like, honestly, if you have the die cutting machine, you may want this set just for this die alone. I will show you how adorable it is. Now, it does fit in the small machine, but I have the big one right beside me with the cutting plates already. So even though it's heavy and I should not be lifting it, here we go. So we have to cut a couple of things out. We're going to be cutting out this guy. And we're going to be, oh, where did I put my dies? Can you tell I'm flustered this evening? Oh my goodness, it's just been it's been a busy couple of days. So I'm glad I made it on though, because I'm having a lot of fun thinking about this set, even though I have not. And I'm going to cut out, let's see, I also need white. That's why I had another one of these. And I'm going to cut out this shape, which I'll show you what that is in a moment. So I need my other plate. So we'll slide this through. Sorry if it's shaking the table a little bit, which then shaking my camera. There we go. And I'm just going to put that to the side. Oops, I forgot to cut out our snail. Okay, I'm just going to cut him out to the side, just 1 second, since I already put my plate down. Just going to put that through the machine. Okay, all right, so we've got this, we've got this. Grab my snail. Okay. All right, so this is a little card that I've cut out in white, and now we have this really adorable template to make our envelope. So I'm going to grab my bone folder, and we're just going to come in here and we're going to fold in all of our sides. Totally human over here, Lori, totally human. I normally like to be more prepared, but I just had a really busy day, and by the time I looked at which one we were doing, which it was close. Which one wins Wednesday was close today. Sometimes it's a blowout and sometimes it's not. And so, yeah, this time it wasn't a blowout. It was 6-4. So I didn't really know what I was planning for. So when I first looked at it, I thought, oh, maybe I should be doing snails. Ooh, maybe it's close though. We'll see. And then the day just got away from me. And, the open house for my daughter's school, which she'll be leaving this year, but she and I were asked to help do a virtual open house. So that's what I was doing. So all I'm doing is I've attached a mini glue dot here, and I'm going to flip that in. So we've got that sealed, and then I'm going to grab one more here, and I'm going to put that right there. Peel off. If you have it on a roll, that's fine too. I just happen to have these right beside me. I'm going to fold this up. And now look at that. Isn't that adorable? Like, I don't know, super cute. So, and then this can go right inside. Now, if you want, you could write a little note on it, or you could stamp on here. So we're going to stamp on here with one of the stamps from the set. And my stamp set. And I think we're going to do hello and maybe the little heart. So what color do we want to stamp in here? I think we've got our yellow. Maybe we'll do a little yellow heart. And we can do oh, should we do another colors or just black? Maybe just black. The hello and so I'm going to start with the heart, which is going to be in yellow. So if our hello ends up overlapping a little bit, that's okay. Yeah, this is a cute set. I wasn't going to buy it, and then I did. I think I say that about a lot of things. I'm like, oh, I didn't like it, and then I saw somebody create with it, and then I loved it. And I have to say, I really do like that die. Kind of went a little too far into the ink, so I got a little bit on the side. And on cling, you can't really see it, so you have to be careful. So I'm just, I don't want to. Cute. Okay. See, that's a really cute heart. I like the heart too. Okay, and we'll just maybe use this for our hello, and I will use our black memento. And we're going to come in right here. As I said, I'm not concerned if we go into our little yellow hello, or our yellow heart. That's one of the reasons I did it in yellow. And that is so stinking cute. Okay. I've done that twice today. I don't know if you guys can see the ink right here on my finger. I'm going to chamois that off. I think I need to do a little cleaning actually on my stamp pad with my chamois. So I'm just going to come in here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I've got some ink right here, some ink on the side, and it's just causing me grief, but my chamois will come in and clean that up. Yay. So I've done that twice today, and it's obviously the stamp pad's fault, not mine. Okay. Fingers in the ink, yeah. Not just a Lori thing. Maybe it's everybody whose name starts with L. Although I believe I watched Tracy do that with blue one day too. So I think it's every person. None of us are immune. Okay. So I want this just poking out like that, out of the envelope. So I'm going to adhere this in. You could always tuck it inside and close it up and have somebody open it and pull it out. But I think that this is just really cute like that. So I'm going to put a couple of mini glue dots on the back here. I have to say, I don't mind Facebook Lives, but you know, talking to yourself, sometimes it's nice to be in a Zoom. So that's why I so look forward to classes, because I get some real life feedback. Yes. Hands covered in ink. Yes, that's one of the main reasons I love the chamois. It's not just good for your stamps, it's also good for your hands. Okay, so there we go. I mean, it's cute. It's super cute. Okay. So we've got this piece here, and I kind of had an idea in my head of how this was going to look, but of course, as I said, should have maybe done the envelope in Old Olive, or I guess I could do this in a different color. Let's do that, because although it's pretty with that, I think we need just a different color. I wonder how, so we have one called Crumb Cake that is kind of craft paper like. We've got that. We've also got, okay, so we've got this color, which is Cajun Craze. So we've got that. We've got this Crumb Cake. Got that. And then I could also go and get a piece of Old Olive, although I wonder if it's too close to the color of the snail. Do you guys have any thoughts? Anybody who's watching? Which color scheme you like better? I've also got, I don't like that with the green. Well, maybe that's okay. And we've also got Pool Party. So, Pool Party, Crumb Cake, or Cajun Craze. I'll let you guys vote. Okay, I see one vote from Lori for Crumb Cake. Anybody else want to get in on that action? All right. Okay, I am going to go with the Crumb Cake then. So you guys get to, ooh, Cajun Craze from the mom. Okay, now we're down to, now we've got two colors. Two colors on there. We've got that one. And we've got that one. I gotta say I like them both. I do like them both. That looks like we've got two votes for Crumb. So let's go with the Crumb. Crumb Cake is such a nice, it's a craft, like it's the craft paper. So looks nice with most things. And I had been messing around with this, so this is actually okay, now Lori and Maureen are switching sides. Nobody's winning. I'm just going to cut off this piece. I'm going with Crumb, and then you know, can always, maybe I'll make this card another time and show you guys with the Cajun Craze too. I do like them both. Okay, so what size did we cut this? We cut this at 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. Okay. So 3 1/4 by 2¼ I've got this piece ready to go. I like interactive. This is fun. Okay. I've got this. This guy's going to go on here. And then this is going to come up. We're going to have this slide up a little bit, and I'll show you guys why. I feel like it needs just a little bit of ribbon. I need to move to go get that. We're going to stick with the monochromatic. I'll grab some of our braided linen trim. And yeah, I think I like that. So we just need a little bit of this. Oops. I like these scissors better. And we're going to do the cheater way. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Seal Plus. It's just a bit of a stronger hold. Oops. And we're just going to put a little bit on each side to hold on to our linen thread. And I'm going to flip this over so I can make sure that we're doing this nice and straight. I've got that now, and then I'm going to grab just a little bit of this because I'm only going to do a knot. I'm not going to do a bow. We just need a little bit of this. My fingers are hurting a little bit today, so the thought of tying a bow is not what I want to be doing. Okay, that was not an even tie, but that's okay. I just want a little knot in here. And there we go. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to adhere this. I just want to make sure we've got this sort of something like that. We're going to do that with dimensionals. Those are mini ones. We can just go with larger ones. Oh, I'm starting a new package. Look at that. I had about 10 that had all the edges, and I was like, oh, Laura, use the edges. Stop holding on to those. So, slide these in here, one for the middle for some stability. This is going to be popped up a little bit. There we go. Now, this guy's going to go at this end, but I was thinking, how cute would that be? You know how when snails or slugs move across, they sort of leave a trail. Which one has more? I'm using Winky Stella like crazy. Anyway, so I thought this would be super fun. He's gonna go out there, and so we want to start coloring from here. And I thought, let's put some. So it looks like he just came across the page. That'll dry, but it'll leave the sparkles. And then we can put, well, this time I am going to grab my mini glue dots that are in here. So I have, or my mini dimensionals. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to put one on his eyeball up there. And another one up here at the top. And I know that I was not very organized this evening. I'm so sorry, ladies. So, we're getting close to almost an hour already, and I've done one card. This is what happens when I don't have an idea in my brain. And I also use way too many dimensionals. That's okay. So I'm going to do one card, and then what I think I'll do is I'll do a couple more cards this evening. I won't keep you all here this evening for a whole other set. Who knows how long it will take me. Yes, you can see that I'm absolutely human. Okay, so now he's got the little trail after him, and then we can pop this on. Now, angled or straight on. Maybe just to the side here like this. Okay, so we do want to put dimensionals on here. I'm going to do 2 at the bottom and then just 1, not quite at the top, but just below, because the top is going to be popped up, being part of the other one. And then we can decorate up our envelope as well. So there we go. Okay, I think it's pretty cute. Who wouldn't like to get this? Like, who would like to get this in the mail? What a lovely card to get in the mail. Okay, so now we've got our envelope, and I think it would be a great idea to do the same thing that we did on the front, as our background. Oh, thanks, Mom. Wow, I've used this a ton. Looks like I can maybe start a new one. I'm going to grab our mask again, which is one of the reasons I left the tape attached. And we're just going to, I didn't glue down the envelope and the paper, but I'm hoping everything kind of just stays in place. But, you know, keeping the fingers crossed. And we're going to get some of our So Saffron, and we can just come in here and I don't think I said it, but you maybe watched me do it. I folded the envelope flap over a piece of scrap paper here, and then we're just going to come in, and I'm not worrying about just making it really random. This away without putting my finger into it. Yeah. And then we're going to lift this off. So we've carried that through to our flap. And then on the front of our card, where's my stamp set? There we go. We're going to use this stamp. I've got this hello on here, which I'll clean off after. Should do it right now, but okay. So I want all of this to be in black, except for the little heart. I would like to make the heart yellow. So how we're going to do that, yellow or green, maybe green. Maybe we're going to do the, not yellow, because we did yellow on the inside for the heart. So I'm just going to grab our So Saffron marker, I hope. So Saffron. No, we're not, because it's not where it's supposed to. Ah, here it is. Had it out for another project. Didn't put it away. Typical Laura. Okay. So all I'm going to do is come in with I've got my Stampin' Up marker. So these are not blends, these are markers, but it uses the same ink as is in our ink pads. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to come in with our little yellow heart. I'm going to color that in. And then I'm going to take the rest and I'm just going to use this end and be very careful to not wreck my end, but I'm just going to bring this across just like this. Sweeping it across, and then since it's been a minute since I colored all of this, I'll show you what you can do. Just avoiding that yellow heart. Hopefully this works. I'm just going to huff on this, so breathe on it, and that's going to bring some of the ink color back up. So we'll see how this works. There we go. So you can see our heart. I could have colored a little bit more black to the heart, but I think it's really cute the way that it is. And there you have it. I am only doing one card this evening. Sorry that took me a really long time, and I thank you so much for bearing with me this evening. I will do a few more cards using this set though, and I will post them on my page so you can see other ways of using this snail set. I'll use some of the designer series paper. I definitely saw this this snail in these colors, and so I thought that this was a really nice way to use these colors together and to also show you how the what's it called, the masks work, and one way that you can use them. I'll show you another way another day. But if you are interested in getting that paper pumpkin kit, it is only available until the 10th, assuming that they haven't already sold out. They haven't sold out at this point, so if you want in, that's a good time to get in. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, I hope you like this set, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic evening. Thanks for joining in. Bye.